Through court documents, we learned that the victim and the suspect in this case knew each other and that they had problems going back more than 2 years.
Cut that nigga off cause he got fake tendencies, so when he mention loyalty, he better not mention me. I'm making moves, want me to chill, I can't do that. I fell off from back on my feet, I got my groove back. And if I give you something to move, then you gon' move that. My nigga prove that, we shooting first, we don't shoot back.
Mr. King, the state police alleged that on July 10th of this year, he committed the offense of murder.
He'd been shot in the chest. The responding officer immediately applying first aid as the wounded man said he couldn't breathe. The officer, realizing the man was dying, asked him who shot him, and the man said, Mizzie Cash. Man, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Boston rapper Mizzie Cash beating his murder case, even after the victim said his name before he died. July 10th, 2021, the Milton Police Department received a 911 call at 6:07 p.m. for a man that was shot. Officers arrived on scene locating a 25-year-old man laying in the grass between the street and the sidewalk. He'd been shot in the chest, the responding officer immediately applying first aid as the wounded man said he couldn't breathe. The officer, realizing the man was dying, asked who shot him, and the man said Mizzie Cash. It was all he was able to say as he began fading in and out of consciousness. Transported to Boston Medical Center, Marquise Simmons underwent emergency surgery and died on the operating table. Investigators spoke with witnesses at the shooting scene. One was walking groceries into his cousin's home when he heard two shots and saw two males running down the road. He stated both men were wearing face masks and tracksuits. The witness saw the victim laid out on the ground, so he took his shirt off to apply pressure to his chest before calling 911. Lastly, the witness said he didn't hear any argument before shots were fired. Police retrieved security camera footage from Tucker Elementary School around the corner from the shooting scene. Footage revealed a black Mercedes with tinted windows driving by at a high rate of speed. Another witness heard the shots, went to the front of her home, and saw the Mercedes driving erratically with a main license plate attached. Investigators looked into the last words from the victim that night, the name Mizzie Cash. Police quickly identified 21-year-old Boston rapper Miles King, who's had numerous interactions with Milton police in the past and had previously been identified by his alias. Investigators observed multiple YouTube videos of Miles with a necklace reading Mizzie, and he'd previously been arrested in 2019 in a stolen vehicle with a loaded handgun. What came as a surprise was he was arrested in the stolen vehicle with the loaded gun in front of the home of the victim he was now suspected of killing. Mizzie was listed as living in Milton, literally minutes away from the victim's home, and detectives had previously seen a black Mercedes parked at Mizzie's house with a main license plate. A detective had drove past Mizzie's home before responding to the murder scene, observing a black Mercedes in the driveway and a woman standing at the rear of the vehicle manipulating the license plate. He was unable to read the plate, but was able to confirm it was a Massachusetts plate, not Maine. The detective made eye contact with the woman, who immediately stopped what she was doing as the detective continued on to the shooting scene, where he later connected the vehicle to the shooting. Returning to the home where it was parked at, the Mercedes was now gone. Detectives interviewed Mizzie's mom at the home, who stated she last saw her son at her salon in Roxbury. She gave him a haircut around 5:30 and then he left. She said she last spoke with him around 8:30 that night and told investigators she knew he was involved in a shooting, advising he was going to turn himself in. The day after the shooting, Mizzie Cash was arrested at the Milton Police Station on a warrant for murder. July 12, 2021, Mizzie Cash appeared in court. Details emerging as the district attorney explained how Mizzie allegedly murdered Marquise after Marquise pulled up to his house on a scooter, only making it a few yards before being gunned down. Authorities had yet to release a motive for the murder, but family believed it stemmed from the fact that both men were rappers and used to be friends, and that Mizzie had a vendetta against Marquise dating back to when he was arrested outside of the victim's house 2 years prior. The victim's mother spoke with the news saying she's numb because she lost her sister, 2 years later she lost her dad, and 2 years after that, she's now lost her son. Mizzie Cash, at only 21 years old, was facing life for the murder of his friend turned enemy. But in June of 2025, almost 4 years later, Mizzie Cash has been released after beating his murder case. Boston blogs would share videos of his release in the hopes that he's able to get back to dropping music just in time for the summer. With Boston's rap scene falling victim to the crabs in a bucket mentality, hopefully one artist is able to make it out and shed light on the city, because all it takes is one. But to beat a murder case in which the victim's last words were your name, your car was seen fleeing the scene, your own mom said you were involved in a shooting, to beat that murder case is nothing short of a miracle. And hopefully, Mizzie Cash takes full advantage of the chance that he now has. Now, I covered this case 3 years ago. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I covered this case, I was like, yeah, he's done. He's cooked. Because the victim died after saying your name. Who shot you? Mizzie Cash. Whose car did we see fleeing the scene? Mizzie Cash. Whose moms said he was involved in a shooting? Mizzie Cash. And he beat that motherfucker. You need to take your lawyer on vacation. I know you're gonna see this video. Whoever the fuck your lawyer was, take him to Dubai, take him somewhere, Turks, whatever, because they pulled some shit off. And hopefully, you know, obviously drill music is drill music, whatever. Hopefully the time that you sat down, you were able to process the direction your life was going. And hopefully you're able to take this music and take it to another level. We saw how Chief Keef completely transformed Chicago. And so many artists came out of Chicago, it was crazy. Kodak Black came out and was the next big name out of Florida, and then a ton of Florida rappers followed after. All it takes is one. And if Boston can actually support Boston, stop hating on each other or killing each other, then possibly somebody can make it out and actually put Boston on the map as a hip hop city, because there's a lot of talent. It's just talent that hasn't broken through. But rest in peace to the victim in this case, and Mizzie Cash, I hope you are able to succeed in this life that you have just gotten back. Understand they wanted to take away your freedom for the rest of yours, and you've just gained it all. So take a second to breathe, understand your new situation, and really make a plan to move forward. Because I'm gonna be honest, even though you just did almost 4 years, you're gonna forget about that in about 3 months. You're gonna feel like you're back on the street. You're gonna forget what it's like, you know, waking up when the doors pop and getting your tray and this and that. All that shit goes away so fast, you get comfortable quick. So my best advice to you is don't get comfortable. Keep yourself disciplined, keep yourself pushing, and whoever's around you that hasn't accomplished a fuck thing in those 4 years you were gone, get them the far as fuck away from you as you can, because they're not gonna accomplish anything now that you're here. Pick your circle, be selective, and do the best you can. But hey, drop y'all's thoughts in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Until next time.